Hey, I wanted to share with you all a unclassified document back from the Cuban crisis, and there was a memorandum for the Secretary of Defense for a justification for U.S. military intervention in Cuba. But how is the U.S. military going to go about justifying the military intervention? And it's interesting because we're seeing it right now, right before our very eyes, and they're using these type of techniques to make people believe events are really taking place. And what do I mean by that? Take, for instance, Sandy Hook. You had some funerals go on, right? Well, of course, if you have a funeral go on, sure, it adds to the credibility that the story is real. You have a couple of funerals that go on in San Bernardino with a couple of the individuals that they claim are responsible for the shooting, Saeed Farouk and Tashin Malik, or Teshfeen Malik, however you want to pronounce it. What does it really matter, right? But that's what they want to tell you. They want to tell you that things are really going on, and they will go the extra mile to make you believe that they're really happening. So how did they go about doing that in their justification for U.S. military intervention in Cuba? Well, this unclassified document, let's take a look down here at one of these Joint Chiefs of Staff on Northwoods. Okay, and if we look, you can see this is an unclassified document on the Cuba project. The Chief of Operations Cuba Project has requested that he be furnished the views of Joint Chiefs of Staff on the matter, right? And the suggested course of action appended to enclosure A are based on the premise that U.S. military intervention will result from a period of heightened U.S.-Cuban tensions which place the United States in the position of suffering justifiable grievances. World opinion and the United Nations Forum should be favorably affected by developing the international image of the Cuban government as rash and irresponsible. So, understand this. This is all about the global perception of an incident or the ongoing incident, right? World opinion and the United Nations Forum should be favorably affected by developing the international image of the Cuban government, right? Okay. So how do they go about it? Well, let's get down here to page 11 here, or roundabouts. Okay. So since it would seem desirable to use legitimate provocation as the basis for U.S. military intervention in Cuba, a cover and deception plan to include requisite preliminary actions such as has been developed in response to Task 33C could be executed as initial effort to provoke Cuban reactions. Harassment plus deceptive actions to convince the Cubans of imminent invasion would be emphasized. Our military posture throughout execution of the plan will allow a rapid change from exercise to intervention if Cuban response justifies. A series of well-coordinated incidents will be planned to take place in and around Guantanamo to give genuine appearance of being done by hostile Cuban forces. So what I want you to do is I want you to equate this to San Bernardino. Make it appear as if it was being done by genuine jihadists, right? To give genuine appearance of being done. But although it's not really genuine whatsoever, is it? Incidents to establish a credible attack, not in chronological order. Start rumors, many. How do you start rumors? That's right. All the media telling you, oh my God, the ISIS is in the United States. Oh my God, they're talking about wanting to behead people in American streets. Oh my God. That's the start of your rumors, right? Use clandestine radio. This is 1962. Now you have the age of social media and television. That's exactly how they're going about their disseminating of rumors of ISIS, Islamic jihadis, all of that different stuff. See, they don't have to worry about using clandestine radio anymore. They're using it right over the social media and television. Land friendly Cubans in uniform over the fence to stage attack on base. Ooh, very interesting. Boy, that's your... I would almost call that a false flag, but everybody, that is a hoax right there in the making. That's right. Put some friendly Cubans, pretend that you shoot at them, but you don't really shoot at them. And there is your hoax being perpetrated right there. And guess what? The global opinion, or the world's opinion, will come when they hear about all of these actions taking place, thinking that they are actually crazed Cubans that are looking to attack the United States. Capture Cuban-friendly saboteurs inside the base. Start riots near the base main gate. But of course, use friendly Cubans to do that, right? Blow up ammunition inside the base. Start fires. Burn aircraft on base. That's right. Make it look like it's sabotage. Lob mortar shells from outside of base into the base. Some damage to installations. Capture assault teams approaching from the sea or vicinity of Guantanamo City. Capture militia group which storms the base. Sabotage ship in harbor. Large fires. Naphthalene. Sink ship near harbor entrance. Conduct funerals for mock victims. That's right, everybody. So when you're seeing all of these funerals and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm on the fence. Was that a real event? There were funerals. I saw them. Well, you know, that's your government at work right there. They have a history of conducting fake mock victim funerals. So I ask you, are you going to look at a funeral the same way ever again? Knowing full well that all of the evidence that we've uncovered with all of these fake events, such as Sandy Hook, the South Carolina with Dylan Roof. How about the what's her name? I can't remember her first name. We're talking about Mr. Elliot Rogers. We're talking about the Umpqua Community College in Oregon. All of these are staged events to achieve a goal, just like the U.S. Army or the government was at that time trying to achieve a goal with Cuba, right? Cuba wasn't going to do it, but, well, if Cuba's not going to do it, well, then guess what? The United States government will make it preemptive. We will do it and either force their hand, or we are going to make the world have an opinion in our favor against Cuba. Right? Do you understand that? Right? United States would respond by executing offensive operations to secure water and power supplies. So the United States has faked all of this. They used hoaxes. They used false flags, which is not even a false. Well, I guess you could call, when you burn aircraft on your own air base and you blame it on Cuba, there's your false flag. But when you're going to have friendly Cubans invade your base and you know that they're coming, well, that's a hoax, my friends. That is a hoax. All of this other stuff, here is your perfect hoax, false flag combination right here. And they were showing you exactly how they were going to pull it off right here in Cuba. Commence large-scale United States military operations. A Remember the Maine incident could be arranged in several forms. We could blow up a U.S. ship in Guantanamo Bay and blame Cuba. Are you kidding me? This is right here in the document, and it's unclassified, that they were going to absolutely blow up one of their own ships. But guess what? They don't say anything about not having any American soldiers on it. So if they would have blown up a ship with frickin' American soldiers on it, you hearing me, military? Are you hearing me? Your own government could be plotting right now to do a dastardly deed against you and blame it on another country, and you would be giving up your life for a false flag. Do you understand that? We could blow up a drone, an unmanned vessel, anywhere in the Cuban waters. We could arrange to cause such incident in the vicinity of Havana or Santiago, as a spectacular result of Cuban attack from the air or sea or both. The presence of Cuban planes or ships merely investigating the intent of the vessel could be fairly compelling evidence that the ship was taken under attack. That's right. Oh, it's compelling evidence. Just like having a freaking black SUV being chased by a bunch of cops down the street is compelling evidence that a shootout actually took place. Are you starting to get it now, everybody? Are you starting to get it? I hope so, because your government are nothing but big POSs. And if you don't know what that means, well, just all you have to do is look it up in the piece of shit dictionary. Excuse my French. There you have it. I will leave you guys links to the document right here, and I hope you guys are fully understanding now what your government are taking pages out of their old playbooks, and they are using them to foster opinion by the American public. Thanks, everybody.